What's close?
I feel like it's like on the edge. Like,
that's the worst. But those ones are the ones that never come out. Like the ones that are just on the edge. You just,
I feel like it's like
sometimes it's like just
one,
and then
you're like playing with it with your
furiously,
tongue,
and then
but
you're
wait,
like,
when
your
that
tongue's bleeding.
satisfaction when you actually get it, it's like get a little bit of a meal and
get a little bit of a meal. Oh yeah, that 0.000001 grams
of chicken is like,
yes,
and but just that feeling of
can't waste that protein.
Oh, you can't, and the feeling of freeing your teeth is invaluable.
Free the teeth.
Anyway, welcome back.
Welcome to
the podcast of the fucking year. This is
Century,
we've already won multiple awards.
Century.
We've actually won multiple awards. No, I don't know if you were there.
The
podcast awards.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, I just took the award for us because I was just like, what?
I was busy,
Rash isn't here today.
Working with Dead Mouse.
Yeah. Just casually with Dead Mouse.
Just
isn't it Dead Mouse?
It's Dead Mouse 5.
Oh, okay, yeah. But you know him as Dead Mouse? Like you're but only close friends to him as Dead Mouse?
No, we call him Mouse 5.
No homies with him? Just 5 sometimes if you're feeling really frisky with it.
5.
You're 5, how's it going?
Movie. Bow.
That's where 5 he actually got his name from.
Yeah. He's part of... He's a live Mao.
He's a spin-off character. Fucking hell. Alright, but that's just forecasting for the future, so that's whatever.
We're throwing it out into the universe.
I reckon what we'll do when we win our the first Academy Award for Best Podcast, that'll be an Academy Award in like that a
probably
year.
Will, realistically speaking, do you think eventually they'll involve podcasting into the Academy Awards?
What are the Academy Awards like? I don't know the difference between those.
The
and
Oscars. It's just, nothing. It's just
so
like
all of them. So all of them. I don't think so.
No, it's not all of them. The Academy Awards is just the Oscars. But
so what's the Oscars? So like, what stuff do they do?
The Oscars is the Academy Awards.
No, yeah, but what do the Oscars do? So do they only do acting or like movies? What do they do? Do they do music? Because if they don't do music, then they won't do podcasts.
No, do you know what I'm gonna say? They might do podcasts because people are starting up like pre-written podcasts.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a podcast. I think that's a show.
But there you go. Shows get Academy Awards.
Exactly, but that's the difference. So there's a difference between a podcast and a show. Yeah,
but it eventually will become a show in itself. So wouldn't you think that they
No, because podcasts and shows are different. Shows are pre-recorded and scripted.
So
no, not pre-recorded, just scripted. Podcasts aren't scripted.
But some podcasts are scripted.
I don't think they're scripted. No, I think if they're scripted, then they're not a podcast. It's a show.
Well, it's still counted a podcast. Apparently, speaking of actually scripted podcasts,
because that's a long ass script. Imagine writing an entire script for a podcast.
You could probably weave around, as in like you could probably like. There's a structure to what you guys have to talk about.
Well, that's a podcast, but that's not a show.
Still.
And you won't. I don't think that's a podcast. That's not. I don't think you'll get awards for that. I don't think so. Because then, how do you do you subgenre podcast? Because then you've got to, if you have an award. But then if you have an award for that, then you've got to have an award for best comedy podcast, and then it everything.
Well, don't you think it'll eventually get to that point, or do you reckon they just have like a podcast?
Well, no, I think if you have
a podcast.
Yeah, there's awards from. Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But if you have an award for one type of podcast, you have to have an award for all type of podcasts. So if they open the branch to just one type of podcast, they got to branch out.
Yeah, I understand that, but what I'm saying is there is such a thing as scripted podcasts, and that's why
I don't think so. As soon as they get scripted, they're shows.
But isn't it just counted as a podcast just for the fact that it's long form conversation?
No, because that means is a movie a podcast?
No, because. Yeah, I mean,
it's not. It's just there's a difference, and that's the line. I reckon that's the line.
Okay,
that's scripted is a show.
Well, speaking of scripted podcasts or shows or whatever, this is Theo Von and Bobby Lee were speaking on this. Apparently, they are starting a scripted.
I saw their
I
saw their episode recently, or little bits of it, mainly because the Chris D'Elia shit popped up.
Oh yeah,
and I was like,
you want to hear what they said?
You got to hear what they said. They didn't really say
much.
It's whatever. No. It's essentially just being like, oh yeah, I don't.
He's a nice guy. We don't know the allegations are true or not. Like, I think that's just the way it should be. Like, what do you like? How can you assume someone's friends, right? someone's friends, right, that have nothing to do with anything, you assume them to just shit on this person once they hear one bad allegation.
Oh yeah, I don't expect that at all. I don't. But the thing that actually confuses me more is how they're supposed to be such good friends.
They're not. Like, that's what they spoke about.
Because Bobby was saying like they were gonna have a show together and shit.
Yeah, but
like, and Bobby, how nice he was and shit. Like I just like
for sure.
The thing I'm confused about is like there is very little like backing up and being like, yo man, I don't like. He says he's a nice guy. But like, you know, I understand like you got to have your own social life and he'll have his own way of doing things. But I find it hard to believe that there wasn't something known or like that wasn't a thing that people, because I feel like there are even people I don't know, at least I can pick up their tendencies, especially in a public forum.
Yeah, you definitely can, but something like that isn't something that's really like picked up very easily, especially when you're a celebrity and you talk to so many women, and then it's like.
Also, do people like forget the fact that he's like married, like, and has a kid? He's not married. He's got a miss. But isn't that just like completely? Isn't that actually probably the worst part about it?
Well,
like the fact that he just like that isn't even brought up. Because I remember like the same thing with like Anthony Martial when everyone was just like talking.
No,
about
he didn't cheat on his wife. Or his girl.
What did he do?
That wasn't the allegations. The allegations from a long time ago.
Oh, okay then. Okay, I thought
it was before the
I thought that. Okay, that because I also heard a lot of the allegations were people from that were like of age. A lot of them, but they're just close to being like very.
No.
It's very weird shit, but it's not.
No. So first it started
allegedly.
Off with women under the age, and him like.
Yeah, him saying, and just wait, and he would wait, and he would wait, and then he'd know their 18th birthday and be like, yo,
you got to follow on Instagram.
Yo, I'm putting that in my reminders. Oh, Elizabeth turns 18 on.
Anyhow, then after that, the other allegations came about, which were more so just talking about him being a sleazebag.
Yeah,
and just girls being like, oh, he's saying like this, he's saying like that, but it's like. So is like probably 90% of like
you can't. I couldn't care less.
Race,
I couldn't
not just
care less.
men, also women are sleazy too.
I couldn't care less about that.
But like, what I'm saying is, once they start putting allegations on you, everyone starts
just a negative connotation turns.
Everyone starts to get involved. Oh, he did this to me in year 7.
Yeah,
and it's like, well, shouldn't have been looking at my ass.
That's your problem. That's a you issue. But yeah, no. What kind of show are they doing?
Well, supposedly it's scripted and they're brothers in it, but it's some sort of like.
Well, like an actual.
I don't even know what it is actually.
I
thought they said it was a podcast, sort of like thing. I'm not even sure. To like, they didn't really go into too much detail about it.
Yeah, fair enough. But
seems pretty interesting. Seems like, and them two, they have a pretty good partnership. It seems. So
I like I like Bobby's and Santino's podcast.
Yeah, it's a good podcast.
Santino's just fucking hilarious. Santino is fucking hilarious. That guy, he's like one of the most underrated comedians. He's just like
he's very dark.
Yeah, he just does not give a fuck. I love it. It's I was watching his stand up for the first time because
I've never watched his stand up.
It's on Prime. Yeah, it's on Prime.
Oh wow, I would have Prime.
Yeah, it's like, dude, Prime is the cheapest thing to get, and it gives you so much.
What does it have?
Like everything. Like
what?
What do you mean?
Like what shows?
I don't watch shows, so I don't care. But it has a shit ton. A shit ton.
So does Netflix. So
yeah.
Stan.
Yeah, but Netflix, Prime's like $7 a month.
I almost rate Stan more than Netflix now.
I don't really see a difference between all three.
For me, there's a difference.
I just don't use them all. Like, I don't know. Like, I use them for their documentaries, if anything. Like.
I started watching that thing on Netflix. Damn it. It's about social media, and it's like all these people that actually were involved in like big tech companies like Facebook, Instagram, and like some people that even like helped invent the like button and all this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And they're legitimately just talking about like how when they were doing this, they didn't have like, how like some people think there's like an overarching idea of like there's these evil corporations and they're taking over the world. But it's like these people that are actually were part of Facebook and Instagram in the early days, they were like, we had no like idea what we were doing. Like we were
they're just pawns. Like they're just doing a job.
No, not pawns, but like they weren't pawns at all. They were like, we were just doing what we thought was
work.
Technological progress.
No shit. The hierarchy of those businesses aren't telling the low ends, the scrub, the pawns. They aren't telling them what they're doing.
Well, I don't even think it's that. It's just in general, just like I don't think. I think when people started making things corrupt is when they seen the power in it. I don't think they started it up and were like, "This is gonna help us dominate the world."
Yeah, that's what
like,
Mark Zuckerberg didn't think that he was gonna like become this powerful.
Yeah,
I don't think, especially Jack Dorsey definitely didn't with Twitter. Like you can tell that from his. I actually kind of like Jack Dorsey. I think he's like got a pretty solid head on his shoulders. Like, I think considering how powerful he is as like owning like the biggest free speech like kind of platform there is in the world. Now. Like but like I think Twitter's kind of unrivaled in terms of free speech. Like in terms of the biggest.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you're more
because you can do more on Twitter than you can anywhere. That's its biggest downfall as well as its biggest upside. Because there's so much like negative as much as there is positive.
Yeah, and like that's the thing about it all. I haven't finished the documentary so far, but it's basically just giving like a whole insight on how like all of these people like look like social media is so much more dangerous than you think. Like it's affecting you a lot more than you think.
Dude, you can see that easily in terms of like how I was talking to my mum about this the other day about how she grew up compared to how we grow up.
Yeah.
Like my mum, I was talking to my mum. I was talking to her about like what she thought of when she was younger and like the peer pressure she had from other people. Yeah. The only like impact she had from other people would be like people at school. Yeah. That she would go see and she'd be like, oh, I want to be like her, or I want to be like him. Like he's cool, she's cool. I want to look like that sort of thing. Yeah. We see everything.
Yeah.
Like
you compare yourself to everyone.
We see everything, and like it's like things like Instagram is probably like the most detrimental thing to anybody under the age of like even 16. Like especially for like anyone that just looks at photos and thinks fuck. Yeah. Like you know, as a young impressionable mind, that's just like it's never going to do you good. It's never going to do you good. Yeah, and like now, and like the fact that we've now got like this generation of people that all have like anxiety, or all depressed, like all have these issues. It's so rare to meet someone that doesn't feel like they have this issue because it's all deriving from one fucking thing, which is social media.
And the thing about it is nowadays it's like, what, you're gonna be that kid that's gonna be like, no, I don't want social media.
Because, dude, people without internet in the third world, you'd be surprised how much happier some of them are than us cunts over here. 100%. They're like, are just like, oh, look at this photo of this dude benching fucking 17 plates. You're like, wow, that guy looks like he's doing good shit. Yeah, he doesn't give a. He's got the same problems you do. Yeah, like you just don't think of it. Like, and like, you know, it's just, it's fucking.
That's the thing. There's so many things that are glorified on the internet that, when you get to your life, it just seems so mundane because you're like, what am I doing? Like, why am I not on this boat with 50 Victoria's Secret models and playing poker every day?
What the fuck, man?
Fuck them.
My life's a failure. Dan. Yeah.
Fuck, if I was in your position, Dan, I'd be doing
how many dudes do you think actually get upset looking at Dan and being like, no, man, I want this.
He's so ugly, bro. Well, shit, when he shaved his beard, bro, fuck him, bro. How is he getting all these girls?
What does he look like without his beard?
It's like, how can you hate?
I'm way better than him if he took his beard off.
I understand, like, the reality is we've come to a point where
if I could grow a beard,
compare ourselves so often, and it's like at this point it's like it's hard to avoid. Yeah, it is, because even when you leave social media, you feel like you're so out of the loop. And the first.
Oh, dude, I'm so out of the loop. I'm barely on social media. Yeah, barely. Yeah. Like the most thing I spend social media on would be YouTube. Yeah, and that's not really.
But that even still keeps you in the loop.
Yeah, it does, and that's but even that, like right now, I'm like watching like just the most stupid shit. Like so, it doesn't. It's not really like I'm never on the trending page looking at what like what fucking and these TikTokers are doing and shit.
Reaction videos.
That's what I'm saying. Like I've just been watching a bunch of NBA shit. So it's like I'm like realistically, I'm clued up in it. Like, and to be fair, it is the best feeling as soon as you get out of the loop, and as soon as you start getting back into that loop, it's kind of dangerous. Like it's not good
because like the past few days I noticed myself like legitimately just picking up my phone randomly when there's no notification, no nothing, and just scrolling through. And when I start noticing myself doing that, I'm like, oh, I'm deep. Yeah, I'm deep. Because when you're just scrolling for no reason, you're deep. Yeah, you're just looking for something to entertain you. Yep. You're looking for something to make your day a little bit more. And then like when you're not on the phone, or you like, for example, if I'm not on the phone for a reason, like if I'm at uni or if I'm doing some sort of work at home even, I hate that work is 10 times harder, and I hate that work 10 times more when like I've been using social media so much that day. Because it's like the comparison between this thing that's giving me all of these emotions and making me feel so good when I'm scrolling through shit, or something that's so mundane.
But if you haven't been on social media, it's
but
like,
if you haven't been on social media, it's like, oh, it's
you forget about it. You forget about it. Yeah. That's so true. That's so true. Because like, as soon as if I pick up a phone at work and I'm working and I'm like, I've been working my fucking ass off for 4 hours, 5 hours, and it hits midday and I look at my phone, scroll through, I'm like, fuck, I could just scroll through this and just like, it traps you, man. It's like, oh, I'm just going to check this. Oh, I'm just going to check this.
So mundane and normally.
And then like, it just gets so hard to just get like, you just need to get out of it, like, which is, it's
which is hard because in reality, it's like once you're out of the loop, the scary thing is you feel like you're no longer a part of society.
Yeah, I feel that way to some degree now. Yeah. Like I think I'm okay with the society I'm not involved in though, because the society I feel like I've stepped out of is like the local one. Yeah. So I feel like I've stepped out of like people that I know. Yeah. So in terms of like everyone around Perth, except I'm quite still clued up in the world because I still am connected to like what's going on. So
YouTube gives you enough.
Like I would say YouTube, YouTube, Reddit is probably the two that I spend the most time on, and like that's just where I get my news and what's going on. And that's I much more prefer that at least to seeing like the bullshit that's going on around Perth, because I could not give a fuck about what my friends or what the people in like my school were doing.
No, I think I realized the times where I'm the happiest of like are usually when I'm either watching like in my free time. I'm saying in my free time, instead of scrolling through shit, I'm either watching some sort of show or some sort of movie, which still allows you to escape and see something beautiful, but at least it's not like, I don't know, I guess even with movies and shows you can still compare yourself, but I feel like escaping into that fantasy sometimes just allows my brain to just almost cut off. Yeah, rather than social media, where social media is like I'm still involving myself, because while a show is a show, it's like it's not real.
Yeah, it's an alternative. It's a creative like outlook.
It can be real, but it's not.
Yeah.
While social media, yes, some people edit their shit or like things are unrealistic because they're taking different angles of different, not even just their body, but
it's all just the same shit as well, anything.
Though. Yeah.
Like how often do you go down social media and think, wow, that's really new and creative?
Not that often.
When does that ever happen?
Luckily on my Instagram, I follow a lot of things that interest me, like a lot of art, a lot of music things. So that keeps me. It is usually genuinely seeing people that I know that I compare myself to, and that eats away at me, because in reality, I believe I'm further ahead than them in other ways, while they're further ahead than me in other ways. That's natural.
That's just everything. That's life. That's just life. But because you can't be ahead of everyone in every way.
See, but that's the problem. It's because
you want to be though.
You see them doing something, and because I'm such a competitive person, once I see someone doing something, I want to be at least on their level, better, or striving.
Do you think it's everything though, or just the things you care about them doing?
Almost everything.
So like if you see someone skating and like they're skating,
like a part of me almost wants to be like,
and you're like, fuck, I'm just gonna start skating.
At times, not that serious of like a pool, but more so just like in general, just like seeing someone doing something. Look, it doesn't even have to be genuinely just like me looking at them and wanting to do that. It's like, for example, me seeing someone like doing some crazy shit while they're skating, and it's like, well, why am I not doing some crazy shit at football?
Like something that's related to you. You're relating to your own, like
can sort of correlate
to the level of like their success and what they're exceeding in.
It's more based on the level of things rather than the actual thing.
Yeah, it's like you look at those fucking gnarly Tetris players and you're fuck. I want to play Tetris as good as those dudes.
Bro,
I want to be a competitive Tetris player.
I want to be dropping in like that, little sluts.
Bro, the way he uses those S's, those S keys,
bro.
How
is he flipping so quickly?
That's my goal, bro. It's to be good at, to be good at anything as those dudes are that are good at Tetris.
Honestly, I would love to go to the Tetris World Champions.
Imagine me and you
just so we can be in the background of one of his videos.
Me and you front row, like. Going mental.
Fuck him up.
Yeah.
Fuck him up.
Everyone's quiet and we're just
Everyone's
going
like,
mental.
What, bro? We're just passionate about Tetris, man.
we come
Oh,
with our cosplay is like a shape.
Oh, the shapes.
I'm gonna come as the long one. I'm gonna come as the long one and sit front row.
I'll come as the S, bro.
I'm gonna come as the long one and sit front row.
I'm
just
savage. Savage.
But yeah, that's the psychology hour.
That's a psychology 10 minutes
segment of what we're talking about. On other news of what I saw on Reddit recently. Have you seen, more or less, because it's pretty much everywhere, about the Mr. Trump and what he's paying for taxes? Apparently
Trump is paying for taxes.
Yeah, apparently it came out that he spent his yearly taxes is $750.
Are you serious? He gets taxed $750.
That's what they're yeah.
How?
I don't think that's completely true. Like, that isn't true.
How many businesses, hotels, things that he owns, and they have to pay off shit? Do they mean just him personally?
No, like what he owns. So because obviously everything
his buildings aren't taxed.
No, because he offshores it.
Offshores it.
Everyone does. Everyone over a certain amount of money. Because they were bringing up like the whole thing about, I think it was like 4 years ago, the Panama Papers. Yeah. And they released like all their statements of like all these wealthy, a list of these wealthy people, essentially, that just are offboarding their accounts. There's actually a crazy stat as well. I think I might have told you this before, but it was a couple years ago. N'Golo Kante paid more tax than Starbucks. So
I remember that.
And just because N'Golo Kante doesn't actually offshore all his money,
care.
He doesn't care because he's one of the sweetest human beings on the planet.
Not only that, he just loves what he does.
Yeah. He is someone that you have to look up to as a human being. Yeah. Like, he is one of the sweetest people.
I feel like even if you
photo of him right there, he is. I think he just needs to go in the background. We need just a frame of him just smiling.
I feel like he was one of those people that just loves the sport so much that. I can't say it for sure, but he just seems like it. I feel like if they were just like to him...
He's living his dream.
If they were just like to him, you can play at the professional level, you have a sustainable life, but we won't pay you. You can just live. Yeah, you can live in the dormitory of the club. Yeah, you get free food and you just play. He didn't play.
You make sure his family's alright and be like, I'm sure. And then he'd be like, that's good. That's good. But because I don't understand, because like they have enough money.
Yeah.
But like that's the thing that does piss me off, is that they do have enough money.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would you do it? Because it just doesn't make, like, I get why they do it, because it's greediness and like.
Well, you just want more, man. And look, I almost look at those high like percentiles of the rich. They do get taxed a lot, and as much as to us, it's like, well, that's fuck all. That's nothing like to what you actually own. Like, it's not taking much of your wealth, but in reality, it's like, yeah, it still is.
It's taking a big portion of it.
Still painful.
Yeah,
it's still shitty.
It is shitty, but that doesn't mean it's just like, like everyone has to do it. Yeah, everyone has to do it. It's like how much better would the world be?
Once I'm rich, I'm not gonna do it. So fuck yous.
No, I won't do it. I know I won't.
I'm sending my money to Panama.
Yeah, Gibraltar.
If they ask me why,
hit me up.
If they ask me why, I'll be like, I just really care about the people over there.
Yeah,
smaller country.
Man's over there with like 7 hotels in Gibraltar. Yeah. Jack, what's going on with this street? Yeah, it's the Route Street. What's up?
I'm gonna have a wife in each hotel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. When I'm there on holiday, Monday, I've got the Monday hotel, the Tuesday hotel, the Wednesday hotel, Thursday.
And I change all my wives' names to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just so like
so they're easily and so if
who are you with today? Wednesday.
So everyone there.
Isn't it Thursday? Yeah, just
have
Mister.
Yeah, no, it's Wednesday to me today.
Wednesday.
Honestly, last night was killer.
Wednesday gave me the treat, so I had to hit her up on Thursday.
Friday's looking a bit lackluster, so it's like, might just skip out on
Friday's sick.
Yeah.
Might have to hit Thursday on Friday.
Might have to hit Thursday twice. What day is it in Gibraltar?
Whatever you want.
It's every day.
Jack Day.
It's every day.
It's every day. Right? London is London your city?
Yeah.
No, England. London, idiot.
Gibraltar is my city. Gibraltar is my city. But yeah, no, I'll offboard. But yeah, like Trump 750, man, that is unbelievable. Like that, because like even if you're offboarding shit, like offshoring shit, like surely it's gotta like.
Look, this is the way I see it. if I'm offshoring shit, and if I'm giving out to charities and doing good, leave me alone.
Yeah, I reckon if you can.
But I understand the argument where it's like it's unfair.
I think if you can make that agreement with the government though that you're with. So if I make that with, say, the Australian government, where I'm like, okay, like say I'm earning however much money I'm earning. Say I earn 10 million this year.
Yep.
And like they're gonna tax probably about 4 million of that.
Yes.
So about 3.5 to 4 million. And I'd be like, well, how about this? I'll let you take 500,000 for like tax, but I spend another 2.5 million on the shit I want to improve in Australia.
Yeah,
that's just more of a thing.
That would be a great agreement if it was realistic.
That is also the point, because at the same time though, you're going to hear people that are earning 100k a year that are like, well, no, hold on a second, I'm getting taxed the 40% as well, and it's like I'm only bringing home 70k a year, and like, why the fuck do you get to choose? Why can't I choose where that 30k is? So it will never happen. It will never work. But like,
all I'm saying is, like, this is going to incriminate you now, but I'm offshoring my money.
Fair enough. I don't think I would.
What?
I don't think I would.
Offshore your money?
Yeah.
You just get taxed?
Yeah, I think so. I don't care. I'm not a money hungry person. Like things like I don't care about money. I've already learned about money. I've already learned that money does not get you enough. Like once you get to that point, and I know, like, if I was at that point, I know it wouldn't matter to me. Like it doesn't matter to me now. I'm probably just
saying this, but I probably won't offshore it. I think that'll be just too much of a hassle, anyways.
Oh no, you get people. It wouldn't be you. You just have your accountant do it. Like if you're that rich, you just I don't think Trump's there sitting on his computer like on the phone to fucking
sending through Panama. Files.
it's coming from Donald Trump's personal email address. That's a bit dodgy, if anything. Like Panama can fucking like start a war if they wanted to.
But yeah, nah.
Big Donald Trump.
Look, I understand both sides. That's why I say it, because like the reality is you probably should be paying the taxes. But
like, I don't understand how the government can't just find it.
I understand the other side of the argument where it's like, what is the government doing? Why?
It is also at the same time that but the government also know this, because the government are going to go to Bill Gates and be like, hey man, we know how much money you earn. Like, where's it all? What's going on over here?
Do they know how much money he earns?
Yes. No. We actually don't, because he probably earns way more than what's said. Yeah. That being said, though, they would at least, they're getting like nothing off him. They'd be like, where's the money? Like, what the fuck? Yeah. And like that. So someone's there's obviously a deal going on there.
Where's my Billy Gates?
There's Where's my bills? Gates. Where's my gate bills?
Where's my Billy Gates?
But there's obviously a deal there with someone from the government or the government working and taking a cut.
Well, I think once you get to that rich, once you get to that point of wealth, you probably will get approached by some like politicians or some sort of person that's involved in the government to be like, hey, support us.
That's how politicians even get anywhere in the first place is by going up to rich people and be like, hey man, support me, and like then I'll have your back. If I make it, I'll have your back. You have to pay tax.
Yeah,
simple as that.
Yeah,
and that's how it happens. And like Donald Trump could fund that himself because he was so rich and like And
then he's like, I hate these politicians. Donald Trump. I'm gonna do it myself.
Yeah, Donald Trump's in the position where he's like, oh bro, I don't want to pay tax this year. Who am I gonna go speak to?
He calls a phone. he answers on the other side. Yo, Daddy Trump. Yo, you ain't paying shit this year. Nah, man.
Nice from me. Easy. Yeah, I'd love to see him do that in his spare time. That'd be
that would be something that he would so do, because the paper shit he does where he just flicks it.
I would love to see a skit of that.
What a savage.
I just want to dress up like Donald Trump and do that as a skit.
Yeah, do it. It's a good skit. Just expose yourself though, so now people are going to steal your skit because it's so genius.
Oh look, hey, if I see that skit anywhere,
we're coming for you.
No, I'll just link you this little clip.
Yeah, but thanks for watching.
Yeah, and then I'll just be staring at you like,
thanks for watching.
What man? Come on. But
other than that, I don't really even know, man. I've just been sick, so like I've just been trying to stay at home as much as possible. Other than that, yeah.
Fair enough. I've been dealing with headaches for the first time in my life. Man, like, I used to, like, just not understand people when they moaned about headaches.
Yeah.
Because I was just kind of like,
yeah.
Well, I don't know.
You know what, God was
but
like, you had enough,
fuck
brother.
me, man, these are hurting. Like, for some reason, the one that hurts the most, like, for me, it's just when I'm moving suddenly. So for some reason, when I get into my car, like, I don't know why, but that action, I'm just sitting there, like, for a minute.
Well, you don't notice it. You don't usually notice it because it's such small movement. But probably the fact that when you're moving on the road like this is...
No, it's just when I get into my car.
Oh, really?
Moving fine. Like,
So
like right now,
swing?
like, doing this as well, though, is fine. Doing this is fine. I don't know if it's this weird sudden drop that I do to get into my car.
Possibly
but, like,
that.
it was like, I don't know if it, like, maybe something hits the top of my head or something. Like, I don't know. Like, some internal bleeding going on in there.
Who knows?
But, yeah, it is bizarre. It is bizarre.
Look, Drago said if he dies, he dies.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should probably get that checked.
I need to go to a doctor because I went to the chemist today to get some more headache tablets, and then she was kind of like, well, if you did this and it didn't help or it didn't do anything,
you should probably get to doctors.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm so lazy with that shit as well.
Sorry, man.
I'm so lazy with my health. It's like I legitimately went to the doctors, right?
I feel like I'm invincible.
I do too.
And I'm just like...
And that's why I hurt myself with alcohol every week.
But like, I normally am. That's the thing. Normally shit like this, like, if I do get sick, I'm fine in a day or two.
Yeah, me too.
If, like, headaches never felt like me. Yeah. Injuries, I've never really had muscle injuries. Like, I've been going to the gym 6 years, never had any issues. Like, I've been fucking fine. I played sport all my life, never had an injury. Had one fucking surgery once, and like that was like a fucking blip. And like, I've always been fucking great. And it's just like, I feel like I'm invincible.
Yeah, me too. Because like the thing is,
I probably have AIDS.
I have had injuries, but they were like short lived. Yeah. And I would normally even just play on them.
Bitch, your shin splints are terrible.
Okay, yeah, my shin splits. That is my only weakness. That's my Achilles heel. My shin splits. If they try to kill me, just don't go for my shins, please.
Just hacking at
that's how I die. They have to cut through my shins. That's why I wear like those plated armor. Anyways, I went to the doctor.
You wear those huge square shin pads like that. Those two.
Those like Superwoman has the ones.
Those 2002 shin pads. Like you're going into war. You got the strap around the ankle and everything.
Fucking hell. But no, I went to the doctors so I could get like scans and like a blood test and everything, and just to see if everything's alright with me, because I went to
I need to do the same.
He's like, why are you here? And I was like, oh, I just wanted to like do like a yearly checkup. He's like, how old are you? And I was like, 22. And he's like, why do you need yearly checkups? And I'm like, motherfucker, if I'm here to check myself, why does it fucking matter to you?
Why is he also questioning you? That's really shitty, because I was like, man, like, what the fuck? Like,
he's like saying, you're young, why do you need to check yourself? But it's like, motherfucker, there's people getting like all sorts of diseases.
Yeah, I get that. No, I want to check myself. I need to do some blood tests because I want to find out if I'm still allergic to nuts. Because like, I swear I've eaten some nuts. I swear I have, and I haven't. I love a good nut. Like... But I haven't had the issue. I haven't, and like I just feel like it's bullshit to me now. But like, you know, like I don't know. I think I've grown out of a lot of shit. I grew out of asthma. Like, you know, I grew out of asthma. Like I honestly think I'm invincible. Like how many kids do you know that grow out of asthma? There's probably quite a few. But I feel like I did it the best.
You still haven't grown out of Down syndrome. So.
Yeah, that's something that's gonna fucking
struggle.
struggle.
Syndrome. Stay down.
I've gone lower.
You stay loyal. You stay down.
I'm going downward syndrome.
See, that's the thing. Like, the only reason I want to get my blood checked is just so they can tell me I'm not from here.
Fair enough.
Just like they'd be like, nah, mate, we've never seen blood like this. You must be from like the moon or something.
Oh yeah.
Since like.
You're a Martian.
Nah, I think I'm more of a moon man.
You moon man.
Yeah. I think what happened was when the
I think moon men would be kind of lame.
Nah, not really.
I reckon. Like I was gonna say that if I was from anywhere.
Yo, do I seem kind of lame?
Yeah. If I was to be from anywhere, I would be from Saturn, because I was thinking the other day, right? I was thinking of like what my rap name would be. Yeah. And I was. No, but like it's along the lines of that. And I was thinking of like my favorite, like how people create their names and so on and so forth. Yes. I was thinking of Earth Gang, and I was thinking, why is Dr. D got like a fake name or his actual like name, but then Johnny Venus has his actual name? Well, he actually has his rap name, but his rap name isn't popular like enough for it to be recognised, so he
What's
just
his
goes
rap
by.
name?
I can't remember what it is, but it's like a pretty just normal name.
Okay.
So like when you search it,
I thought Johnny
come up.
Venus was his rap name.
No, that's his actual name.
Oh, really?
And then I realised how fucking dope that name is.
That is pretty
Like
dope.
Johnny Venus. Like your name is Johnny Venus.
Venus is just.
And then I was like, if I had a planet, what would my name be? And then I would be like Jack Satin. And then I thought
Jack Satin's actually kind of cool.
Satin Jack would be a way better rap name.
Oh, Satin Jack.
And then I realised Travis Scott was like did the similar thing.
Because that
with
kind of
like,
sounds like.
yeah, it just kind of.
No, you know what it sounds like? It almost sounds like satin as well, like the
Yeah.
material.
Yeah, it's fucking it's sick. It's sick. Like I was walking home from the gym once. I was just thinking about. I was like, that's like actually that's actually kind of sick. That's actually kind of sick.
Once you come with your rap name, you're like. And then you start like doing little freestyles and you put your rap name in. Then you're like,
no, it's just gonna be my name. I'm actually just gonna legally change my name to Satin.
Satin.
I might actually just name my first kid Satin, even if it's a chick. Yeah, it could be both. Yeah, it could be both. Yeah, it could be both. Yeah, Satin.
I'd go with the girl more.
Maybe even more. Yeah, but like
it's just more of a girl name.
Yeah.
But it, like just like
I don't
Logan,
think I don't think
Logan. Like that's both.
I think.
But I feel like for me,
I've heard more. I've heard more.
Maybe in
male,
Australia, it's more of a girl name.
Logan's more of a male for like most of the world.
Most of the Logans I've met have all been girls.
Yeah, I think that's Australian.
That's what I'm saying.
I think like American. I think it's a heavy. It's a heavy male name. Yeah. I think. I don't really care though. Like at the end of the day, I'm just gonna be a Chantel.
I really don't want to give my kid a shitty name. So like, you know how like
I'm gonna give my name if I do have a kid, which I don't think is gonna be
fucking
common.
thing rich people and celebrities love to do.
Oh yeah, just be fucking wild with it.
And it's like, aren't you thinking about your kid?
Well, I'll give you. What do you mean? Giving
your kid
names?
a fucking crazy name? Not even a shit, but like crazy name.
What do you mean? Like,
I don't fucking know. Like,
no, but do you mean like it's bad or is it like they?
I think it's bad for the kid.
Oh, okay. Well,
but then it might not be. You know why?
I don't think it's that bad. I don't think that many.
There is some trash names.
Like Northwest is pretty fucking funny. that is just like, why did they really?
With a K?
It's
with a K as well. Apparently.
What?
KN. Pretty sure it's spelled with a K.
Oh, that's cooler to be fair. But like no, but pronouncing your kid. Imagine you're in class. Hey, it's northwest.
Yeah, I might not be right on that, but I'm pretty sure someone's.
But like, at least if it's spelled
because all the
different.
Kardashians.
I don't care about spelling people different. I don't care about spelling.
The spelling is cool. I don't care if you add a fucking silent Z in your.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
as long as it's
I just name my kid something cool like Don.
That's cool.
Like so, and then
that's an old name.
Yeah,
which is cool.
And then
but what if I was just to name
Diablo.
my kid fucking? That's too much.
Yeah, no, that's maybe my dog.
That's just too much.
No, it's gonna be my dog's name.
And then everyone's like, "What the fuck? Why would you name your kid the devil?"
It's actually gonna be my dog's name.
Because he's the devil.
No, he actually is. That is actually my dog name.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because it's actually a cool dog name.
I mean, my dog's name's Odin, so.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Mine's cool.
Odin would work for a kid as well.
Odin would be cool.
Yeah, Odin would work. Odin would work pretty well.
But see, all those god names would probably work anyways. I would if I was to name my
just name your kid Yay.
Athena is a beautiful name. I think.
Athena's nice. Athena's nice.
Those god,
the one other
Greek god names are really cool.
The other dude name that I really like for some reason is Xavier.
That is cool. Yeah.
I like that as a name. Like that's just like pretty
Professor
standard.
X. You know?
Yeah, Professor X. It was good. But yeah, I'm trying. I don't know about.
I don't know. I just feel like but you know, the thing is, when I say that, the thing is, it probably doesn't matter to the kid. It probably doesn't matter to the kid because
don't kid you. No, don't anyone. Just if you want the name Emma, don't. Just think about it. Just think about it.
Dying over here.
Emma's gonna be the next Karen, in my opinion.
Emma.
Yeah.
You reckon?
Yep.
You calling this?
Yep.
I'm gonna put my name.
Yeah. Emma's gonna be the next Karen. Unfortunately, anyone with the name Emma.
Sorry, Emma's out there if you're listening.
It's bad news for you. I think. I just think.
Look, I'm here for you. If Jack isn't.
It's unfortunate. I just
stand for Emma's.
I think that's how it's going to be.
I'm standing for Emma's.
Yeah, fair enough.
What was I going to say? See, the thing is,
Jack's going to be the next Brad, so it's all right.
The next Brad.
Yeah, dude. Like, how many think about me? Like, people my age that are going to be Jacks.
There's so many people before you as well named Jack.
That's what I'm saying.
Jack has been a prominent name for a while.
Yeah, and now it's dead. Who names their kid Jack?
Still heard.
I don't think so. I don't think there's many Jacks. I don't think there's many Jacks. Too many. Like I don't. Yeah.
I don't know any kids that name Jack.
I don't know any kids. Full stop. To be fair, so
yeah, you do.
I've got a small sample size to go from.
What I was gonna say, which I've been trying to say for like fucking 5 times, but you keep fucking jumping ahead.
So next on our podcast,
Jack isn't here, and I'm doing it all myself.
We're gonna go to the weather.
It's partly sunny in here.
Continue. Okay, I won't interrupt you this time.
The only reason it would probably be okay for those celebrities... I mean, you can ad-lib me. The only reason it'd be okay for those rich kids that are with celebrity parents is because most of their parents will be naming them weird names.
Mama.
So it would be like a weird class regardless.
Yeah, it would just be normal.
Weird names. Like,
yeah, it's just people from California.
Yeah, Safarex. Is Safarex here? Yes. Safarex.
Demetrius Ench.
Demetrius Ench?
Yeah.
And then the Ench at the end?
It's just...
Hench. His name's Hench. Murderer. What?
No, yeah, it's just murder. Like it's got like a apostrophe in it.
Yaga. Just ya or ya. Ya.
How many kids do you think are going to be called Malibu?
Oh, there's so many already.
Yeah, I think that's.
Do you know what I love when like white trash people call their kids like there's like real
one
like
and two
Sapphire.
Oh yeah, I don't actually hate that, but it's not nice. It's not good either.
What, you want your daughter to be a stripper?
No, I don't.
Shout out to all the Sapphires that are strippers.
Because like I actually think Sapphire is kind of like Saf. You could call her Saf. I don't mind that too much. I wouldn't do it. But I'm just saying it's not the worst one in the world. It's not like Diamond. I think Diamond's worse.
It's overused.
Like yeah, like Diamond would be worse, and so would like what? Crystal. Crystal, yeah, just gold. Silver.
That's kind of cool.
That's actually not too bad.
Silver's kind of fucking cool.
Bronze.
It also depends on the way you spell it, because some people spell silver as in S-I.
That's the last name, like the last name for
but
the Portuguese to silver.
First name as well.
Yeah, no, silver to silver.
Yeah.
That'd be kind. It's like Muhammad Al Muhammad.
Yeah.
Muhammad. Like Muhammad.
That's the thing. See,
at least we're creative. Like y'all over there, just calling your next son's Muhammad. Like, come on, have some creativity about it.
Yeah, but it has meaning to them.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't. It has
it has more meaning than Jack would to your mum.
That is my great granddad's name. And he died.
This is the name of a prophet in their religion.
And he died.
So
he died fighting a cop. So fighting. So he was a cop. He died fighting some dude. So the other way around.
Deserved.
He died fighting a cop. He was a murderer.
He's a fucking.
How about that?
Murdering cop, and I am too.
I was named after a murderer.
You have to stand up for the police now, since you were named after a cop.
But I do. Yeah. I don't know.
I was distantly named after my grandfather. His was Radivoy.
Yeah.
Mine's Radovan.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And you don't even go by that. Like, it's just like you're just like, give me all the nicknames in the world.
Yeah, well,
I literally want to be a Rash.
Well, actually, as a younger kid, I was bullied, and there was the whole village had a nickname for me. So that was more what it was predominantly known for. And then I rose up and became the king. And now
so your first.
It's funny because back in Serbia, it started off with a really bad nickname, right? When I was younger, when I used to still live there, it was Shaban, which is a name actually, funnily enough, from one of these famous singers, but it also means retard. Because I had the little circle glass and the eye patch.
Yeah, you're such a.
Also, because I used to just hang out with girls.
I love how you.
I was just trying to get that pussy.
I love how you were literally just called retard.
Yeah. Basically, it's dope.
It's alright,
it's real dope.
I was bullied as well for a period.
Honestly, thanks for that, guys. Gave me a fucking big ass chip on my shoulder.
Well, actually, funny enough, I got bullied for the same reason when I was in Alice Springs. No, when I came to Alice Springs, because when I was in, I can't remember what year it was.
What do you mean the same reason? I was
no, not for the same reason. Oh, this okay. I got bullied for the same reason though, because I literally I used to hang out with this one girl, and she was like my sister's. It was my sister and her best friend. Okay. And her daughter, her sister was like the same age as me. Okay. And she was like my only friend. Yep. And like we used to just hang out all the time. It was sick. Yep. And like we were fucking.
You know what? Nowadays I realized those mans were just mad.
Oh yeah,
the eye patch was pulling them slats.
The worst story ever. Worst story of my life. Right. I went every fucking time you'd have to go into class. Yeah. You'd have to like sit down in line. Yeah. I don't know if that ever happened like here or anything, but like you'd have to sit down. And I remember.
No, we weren't a part of Nazi Germany at the time.
Yeah, fair enough. It was in like really like pre-primary shit. Really weird. No, it was just like you have to sit down in line, and then you go inside. When the whistle goes, when the bell goes, everyone sits legs crossed in a line. Yep. But when the whistle goes, everyone sprints to it to see who can get the front of the line, because like the person who got front of the line could like that like got to
Get
do
ahead
something
from
like
the teacher or something.
yeah,
dope.
and like we just got way like priorities. But I got there first, and some fat fuck sat on me, and I was just I can't remember what happened, but like, I was upset, and like I was just like, no, I've had enough, and I was just like getting sad because I got bullied by all these kids, and I had no friends. And then my mum was just like, "No, I'm taking him out of this school." And then there was a super emotional farewell to me and this girl that I was like, I loved.
What if you come back? Wait, what if you go back to
I've
Alice
no idea.
Springs? You see her, she's hot. She's like, I've been waiting for you, Jack.
She's like stalking me.
Never let go, Jack. Never let go.
She tags me. She's following me around. Yeah, no, it was emotional. If you're out there, can't remember what your name is.
If you're out there and you're being bullied, stand up.
Hey, if you're like,
if you're that chick from Alice Springs and do you remember her name?
No, I might ask my sister and see what's going on and be like, well, do you remember this girl, and try and find it? Because I know some of my links to Alice Springs, like some of the people that I know there, so I might be able to find her. But like, just through interest.
Was she cute?
Dude, I was like in pre-primary.
Yeah, but like
I would have been like 5 years old.
You'd still know if someone's like ugly or not.
Oh yeah, I assume so. Yes, but like I literally cannot remember. Like I can't even remember. Right. I can remember faces, but like to be fair, she was looking alright. Like so like if she was some fat bitch, I wouldn't have been going. Even like 5-year-old me had standards. I wasn't fucking with no like.
That's just the whole size thing. It's like.
No, I've always
by now she might be skinny.
Yeah, but I still don't have. I still would have had those like privileges back then, being like, nah, I ain't fucking with no fat girls.
I went from being called a retard to
apologies.
I came here,
but I'm not.
Apologies to you. When I came here, I'm guessing they bullied me, but since I didn't know the language, didn't like correlate. Didn't really transfer
you just
through.
Didn't give a fuck.
And
you say nice thing.
I'd say for the first few months before I understood the language to a point where I could talk to people, which is like 3-4 months, I legitimately kicked the ball into the wall. The sports teacher gave me a football, and that's all I did through recess and lunch. I've been raised rough.
You're just a foreign kid.
I'm legit just a foreign kid with an eye patch and glasses kicking the ball into the wall. And sometimes kids used to come up and kick the ball with me, and none of them were ever really mean. Like they didn't take the ball away or anything.
Oh, that's kind of nice. So that's good. That's like that.
But most of the time, it was me just kicking the ball.
That's the purity of like kids, like how you can be very pure. But but there is
I'm
also
guessing some bullied me and said shit to me.
100.
But because I was like,
there would have been a lot.
Hello. I don't know.
How old were you at this point?
9.
Oh, okay,
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Your English is actually impeccable considering.
Oh, I'm incredible.
Considering you had to learn it at that late.
You bully me fucking in Serbia, you bully me up, I still rise up.
You like what? You had like 5 years disadvantage on like half of them. What, like when do you start learn? When do you learn like to speak relatively coherently?
3 months.
Really? Fuck off.
I'm serious.
You learn at 3 months.
You know why?
Is that your first words, or do I mean like actually forming sentences?
No. I was able to talk to people normally.
I don't believe that. I don't know.
Do you know why you should?
I don't believe 3 months you can talk to people.
Think about it this way, right?
I still don't believe you as much as you can continue. You can.
In Serbia, I had already studied a little bit of English, but I wasn't good at it.
Oh no! I mean as an infant. Mm-hmm. Like say you were born. How long
quickly did I learn to speak?
No. I'm talking about like English. Like if for you Serbian, how long did it take you to like learn Serbian as a kid? That's what I was asking. I wasn't saying how long did.
I'm pretty sure it was.
English. No, 100%. When you're surrounded by it as well, you learn it so much quicker.
Well, not just that.
Yeah, I believe you that. I believe you on that. I meant how long would it have taken me to formulate my first words?
Right.
That's what I was saying.
The thing is, I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure from what my mum
told me. I was going to say 3 months. There's no chance.
No, but even as a baby, apparently I learned very quickly.
Yeah, but
just because I was so.
You weren't talking as a 3-month-old.
No.
You're still just like.
I was just saying when I came here, I learned within the 3 months because the thing was.
Yeah, I can believe
when
that.
You're put in a situation where
you have to.
You have to. When I got home, I would watch shows.
Yeah.
And I'd try like leave the subtitles.
Yeah, because you feel left out. Yeah. And it's like when you're put on your back foot, you learn how to fly.
Yeah.
So it's just like well, fuck, I want to learn how, and like yeah.
And they were all impressed by the fact that how quickly I learned as well.
Yeah. It's like look, if I went to go live in Italy, I'd learn Italian a lot quicker than if I
probably wouldn't, just for the fact that I'll be just so deep in that banana all the time. I wouldn't be able to think about the language.
Fair enough. You'd just be saying it in English.
Yeah.
And they'll be like,
oh. See, I wouldn't understand the language because all I would be hearing is see, happy.
Yeah, right.
That's the only word. That's me.
And
anywhere.
for some reason,
people are talking Italian. Like,
for some reason, you're way more.
Like, see,
why are you more of a hit in Italy than in Australia then?
Why am I more of a hit?
Yeah.
I know, just those Italian women just mag.
So fair enough. So Australians just don't get it.
Yeah, Sheilas don't get it.
Sheilas just aren't with it. Sheilas just don't understand.
Only when I wear the bucket hat.
Yeah, then they come forward.
That's why I don't wear it out though.
Yeah,
only for the podcast, just to like bring in the traffic.
Yeah.
And then like as soon as I walk out the house, I need to take it off.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I'm walking around the street, just about to get to my car, and
it's like a literal magnet.
I just hear a whistle go. And she's like, oh, that's a fucking nice bucket hat.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah, bros.
Got to fuck her in front
Take
of
it
my
off.
car. Got to fuck her in front of my... She's like, keep the bucket hat on.
Can you fuck me with the bucket hat on tonight?
But, interesting.
Yeah, no, in Australia, it's actually found attractive if you walk around with a cooked bush chook. Yeah, if you just...
Bush chook. Speakers on your shoulders.
No, that's New Zealand. It's
pretty. Bitches loved the girls loved the Kiwi guys that would.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's a Kiwi thing. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, cheers, Blue.
But that was one funny thing about high school is that you, as much as people shouldn't there's no stereotypes between people and stuff. It's like people legitimately lived up to their stereotypes most of the time.
Yeah, a lot of the time, yeah. Which
was just it's just so strange to think that you're trying to stop these people and say, don't be so stereotypical, don't do this. But it's a lot of the times in their nature, not always in their nature, in their culture, but sometimes it's in people's nature to be somewhat of whatever their stereotype may call for.
So, see, some stereotypes are fine. It's some people.
For example, they always say people from the Balkans are very aggressive and loud. I can't deny that.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. A lot of the people I've met, and I've met a fair chunk now in my time.
Family gatherings are just people shouting across each other, and it's never anger or anything. It's just passion.
Yeah, it depends. It depends as well. I've met quiet ones as well. But it's not everyone, but I'm 100%.
That's why
I agree. Yeah, no, I
look at the vast majority and you're like that.
Yeah, no, you're more outspoken. And
just for the fact that so many of them would just wear Adidas. My younger brother, he sees me that I don't wear Adidas and Fila and all that shit all the time, but he seems to be pulling onto that.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I was the same when I was his age.
Yeah.
I think during high school you obviously fall into the stereotypes because it's that's your group.
Yeah, 100%.
And once you get out,
and when you're young, you shape yourself to what you also shape yourself to an identity.
Yeah,
and you're I want to be part. I want to be like that.
Yeah, and usually when you pick that identity, you can't take anything.
And then you realize you get to a point. You're like, hey, hold on a second. I just want to be me.
Yeah,
and you just don't want to fuck with that shit. It gets to an age when you're like that.
And you're still picking up from identities. You're still gathering information. You're still pulling from other people's styles.
I think you pull from a much larger
a bigger pool.
I'm not looking now. I'm not just looking at what English people do. First of all, I don't think I even looked that way in the first place. But because to be fair, I would have a footballer haircut and I'd have that
I don't
because it's the most UK thing is to have Ralph Lauren fucking polo, dress pants, going out on the lads and like having a slicked back hair,
lads.
like cut through,
lads.
Slicked back hair, fucking got footy in the morning, you know, that sort of thing. Oh, that's that, and that is just not me.
Yeah,
like,
see, that's the thing about me is the more I got older, the more I realized I was so out of the loop with the Serbian community and like everyone there, and it's like at first I was wondering why. I was like, why? Like, what the fuck? Like, why? Because like it wasn't that I wanted to differentiate myself. I mean, when I was younger, I did, because you always want to differentiate yourself. You want to be that guy that like the girls would be like, he's different to all the other guys, you know. In reality, we're just all scum.
We're all just the same scum.
we're all just the same piece of shit, just under a different mask.
Yep.
But the more I got older, the more I was like, shit, like, I'm not even trying to differentiate myself. I am just different to these people.
Yeah, well, I get what you're saying.
And I don't know why, because it's like, heaps of these people also came from Serbia. I guess it's just the fact that how much of them assimilated into this culture. I assimilated a lot more, and I also tried to not contribute so much to the stereotypes that I put on my people. That was the only thing that I felt I did purposely, was where I try to not fill that spot of like, this is who you are and this is how you guys act and this is the group you hang out. Like, even in terms of my own group, like, I always try to not be the sum of my group. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I tried not to be one of the guys in the group.
Yeah,
I tried to be rash.
That's what I think. Yeah, I think you learn that at a certain age. Like, I think you grow up. When you grow up, you are a sum of the group. Yeah. Because you want to fit in and you feel like that's important. Yeah. But like, once you get to a certain age where you realize that isn't actually doing anything for anyone. Like,
well, is doing,
and you spread your life. You drift from people, and everything becomes a bit more spaced out. I'd say, like, you know, like, for an
limited
example,
as almost as well.
Yeah, like, you know, I see you as much.
Limited.
I see other people as much, and it's just like, well, what, they don't even know you, so why would I act like a group of people that they don't even know? I might as well just be me. So it's like, then I might as well just be me to you, and it's just like, you learn that. Yeah, you learn that.
You learn that through just like constant process of like,
and it's way happier like that way as well. Like, not having to.
Well, I'll give it to this. I'll give it this. You are when you are assimilating into groups like that, and you're you know, fitting into the stereotypes of the group and whatever you want, whatever benefits the whole group. When you're doing that, you do feel happy, because in those moments, you know, you are benefiting your group. You are one of the. There's a camaraderie there. But when you start realizing that you're splitting off from groups, or you're becoming different to them in some sort of way, to a point where it's contesting. No, not always contesting everyone in the group. Yeah. But someone will feel away. Someone always feels away. Why are you doing this now? Why are you like this?
Yeah, but
what are you wearing? I think. Bro, why are you acting like this?
I think those people are just negative, and you shouldn't like surround yourself with them. Like,
for sure. But what I'm saying is, once you split yourself off, you may seem like you're isolated, and you may seem
I think it might be scary at that, like, original, like
100%. It's scary, but just continue.
Yeah,
just continue.
100%. You can't, like, because once you get to a point, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Once you get to a point of where you've identified, I mean, you'll never fully identify yourself. You'll always keep searching, but that's the whole point. It's a game.
You never know, I guess.
But once you reaffirm, like, at least a pretty solid foundation of what you want to think, I think that the only thing that should be solidified, and even that should still be sort of malleable, but I think it should still be the most solidified thing about you, is your value systems.
Yeah.
What you believe is valuable to you, because that will be what assesses everything else. That will be what pulls you into a direction of anything else. If you value pussy over everything, when you're not getting pussy, everything else is shit. Even if you're the richest, even if your business is going well, if you're not getting what you feel like you value, you're never gonna feel happy.
100%. Yeah, no, and if you like. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like, and it's different for every other people.
Yeah.
The most important thing is, and like I stress it to everyone, is like, you got to keep You're right. You got to keep just doing what you do.
Yeah.
And trust me, you will find people with similar ambition levels.
For sure.
Because people with similar ambitions meet, and like that's in my opinion the true friendship level that you'll get to. If you share the same ambition level with someone, and if you feel the same way, doesn't have to be about the same thing.
See, I don't know about the ambition.
No, I think that's the most key thing. I personally think, in terms of a long-term like friendship.
You think because a lot of the times that ambition can become ego. For example, like, what if, okay, let's say you have the same ambition levels, but 10 years in, one person is doing so much better than the other one, but you're still both the same like ambition. Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
A good friend would be like, okay, I'm glad for my friend.
Yeah.
And me seeing that just means I can do it too. It will just take me a little while longer.
Yeah.
It's my different path. But that also can have the counter reaction.
Man's gonna puke on camera.
Jesus Christ, my fucking throat is jacked and I'm trying to breathe, but every time I talk a lot more, just like struggling. Anyways, it can have the opposite effect, where someone will be jealous and hate you, and I don't see as much.
So I don't think you're as ambitious as them, because I think you're forgetting that idea and you're just
No, I think you can still be as ambitious. I think your motives and your value systems is just wrong.
That's you got to be a good person. I think that's pretty natural. Like I don't think, like personally, I don't think I'm gonna.
I don't know if I can narrow down.
I don't
what
think
a good friendship would be. I
don't think I'd be friends with anyone that aren't morally quite just good. Like I'm not saying you have to be perfect. Like I don't have to agree with you on everything. I don't care. Yeah. I do not care at all. Like no, I think but as long as you're generally just a good person, you care for people. Like that's cool. Like that. Then I'm cool with you.
I think you're somewhat right about the whole ambition thing, but I think that's the second most important thing.
Yeah.
I think understanding.
I think it's just what draws you to people.
Yeah.
I think that draws you to people.
Understanding is the first, because you can still keep a friendship with people that are working normal jobs while you're doing this extra ass shit.
No, yeah.
And it's good to have those friends because those people put you down to the level. But as long as they have understanding, where they're not shitting on you and being like, "Oh, you do."
But they can't, and it's like that's the thing.
It's more so like if you really have your head in your ass and you think you're high Midas and you're like, "Motherfucker, you came from the same street as me. You ain't different."
It's interesting hearing that, because as well, like, I can't remember who I was listening to recently when they were talking about how much they were struggling with their fame and like the idea of people. And like that, I can't remember who it was. It was someone.
Eventually become surrounded by yes men and people that don't actually.
But it was like for them it seemed like he was like really. He got to the point for him where it was kind of like, this is just a bit surreal now, and I can't walk anywhere without getting this attention. Yeah. And like trust issues there, like laying there, and like I'm just thinking, does he have that like core people that he had at the start? Because imagine going up completely alone. You're like on your ones, and you fucking create your own like dynasty, and you fucking blow up and you do whatever. Yes. How lonely would that feel going through that? I'd have mad fucking trust issues with everyone. Like I don't know how I'd do it. I think that's the one time I'd go insane. Like is
doing
where like
it all alone.
Yeah, because like
I think that's for anyone. I think people need other people around them to balance them out.
That's what I'm saying. Like that would be terrifying.
You're looking into
because you have famous friends. You have famous friends, but I have a feeling like you get to that point where it'd be like it's just a business meeting. Like how much are you my friend?
Not always. Not always. You'll eventually meet those people at the top that are very much like you, that have been looking for a friend like you.
But are they looking for friends, or is there always going to be that thing? I don't know, but like I don't. Honestly, know. I can't tell you.
I'll give you this. I think once you get to that level, you will have friends that will still be at a different level to you, and they might be good friends. But like you said, I think the whole ambition thing is very valuable as the second thing. It's like the second seed. The first seed is understanding, for you to be able to understand each other and. Not even understand each other, but have an understanding.
Look, someone could be.
I need to understand what you're feeling, but I have to have an understanding.
Someone could be as ambitious as me. Someone could be as ambitious as me, but they could be a murderer.
Yes.
Like, I'm probably not going to be
an ambitious murderer.
I'm Gucci. I'm good.
But
hey Ted, cut it out.
What I'm saying is, you'll probably get to a point where, like you said, you'll probably be closer to those people that are as ambitious as you, because they're the ones that are closest to understanding what's going through your life.
Yeah.
Because if I'm talking to some guy that's 9 to 5, has a great life, has a wife, kids, lives a normal life, he's okay with it, or someone like you is just like all these crazy, like your problems aren't the problems he has, but your problems are just like a bit more, you know, on the flip side of what people normally wouldn't have. Like for example, like you say, celebrity, you probably would have way more trust issues, not just around the people that you know, but in general public, because someone might know you and be like, that guy's rich, shoot him.
Yeah, and it's like, and you can't, you fall out of trust with someone. It's like, you want something from me, like you want this photo, you want this signed thing so you can get something from it.
There's
you
no
want to profit from
me.
Like, you know, it's like it's a fucking wild world.
I think you can't fully prepare yourself for something like that. I don't think it's possible. I think you can simulate it in your head as much as possible, but it will never make you feel the pain that the real thing does. But I think if you are aiming for something like fame, or not even fame, but something that will bring the fame with it.
Yeah, as a side thing, because I don't think anyone likes the fame. I don't think anyone likes fame.
Or Some people do.
I think
Some
they
people
like
look
it. I think people like it. I don't think you continuously like it.
I think people mistake fame.
I think people.
Acclaim.
I think people don't think of the cons.
Well, no,
that's more of it.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, no, they think of the acclaim and they think of like what they're getting. They never think of like they never think of like just going to the shops at fucking 1:30.
What they're looking for isn't fame in general, like people walking up to them and be like, "Oh my god, you're that person." No, what they're looking for is acclaim, as in they're looking for respect for their field.
Yeah,
what they're doing. You look at them and you're like, that person's great in what they do, and you want that. You want to feed off that. But the reality is, it brings a lot more other things with it.
Yeah.
And I think, like I said, you can prepare yourself, but it will never be enough. But I think at least if you're aiming for something that comes with the derivative of fame, you're best to fucking prepare yourself.
Yeah.
And when you get there, you can't.
That's why it's a dangerous thing to be so young. Because like it's
you can't complain.
You're gonna be. You're going. There's no way you're not gonna be fucked up if you get fame early.
Yeah.
Like there's zero chance.
Yeah.
If you get famous before the age of, I'd probably even argue like 20. Like
I'll go 20.
Yeah, like 20 before
even.
you could be pretty screwed on it as a 20-year-old, like pre-screwed on. I don't think you'd be best. I don't think it's best.
Yeah.
Like it probably is best. I'd say from like
25.
25 onwards would probably be the best for you.
Yeah.
But like anything
and
from
even
like,
then it wouldn't be the best.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
like
not,
later the better. The more like of you are that you can understand.
Yeah, that's the thing. The problem with fame isn't just the trust issues and things like that. I think the problem with fame is it changes people.
Oh yeah.
To a point where.
And again, young people, the younger you are, the more impressionable you are. And like
if you're just surrounded by yes men, like what do you expect?
What do you expect? You can't expect kids that get famous.
Just like when they expected Justin Bieber to not act wild and crazy.
It's just like he got everything he wanted. Like it's like when you're like that, like what do you expect?
And I don't think I also think people don't understand is, you know how people say love is a drug, and once you feel love, you'll crave it all the time. Imagine being on stage and 50,000 people are screaming your name. You think that's not a drug?
Dude, that feeling would be like unbelievable.
When I'm one of the people in the crowd and the concert's going on, I feel that drug.
Yeah, imagine being up there.
Imagine being the person that they're all screaming for.
That's it's like different kind of things. Like the serotonin release would be
I just don't think people acknowledge that.
And like that kind of thing would just be stupid. And like, you're right. You can't.
I think what Jay-Z said was probably the one thing that like makes so much sense to counteract all of the bad from the fame. He goes, yes, I'm not able to go to restaurants and just have a normal dinner sometimes with my wife, or when I walk around, people won't give me enough free time for me to go down one block at least. But he's like, but the difference is, because of this, I'm able to walk into rooms and doors and speak to people that no one else is.
Oh yeah, like look, the pros outweigh the cons.
They do.
Yeah, 100%. Like it's not something that's like.
That is also another thing that might not be true.
In certain cases,
there's plenty of people that kill themselves because they couldn't handle the fame.
100%. Like it goes both ways. It depends on you as a person. Like the majority of people, in fact, I don't think it's beneficial for.
The thing about
majority of people wouldn't be able to handle it.
Yeah. The thing about me is I want to get to a point where it's not even about fame. It is about claim and respect, but it's more so just the fact that I want to be creating what I want to create. I want that to be my bread.
I want to be,
and then eventually when I hit,
I want freedom. That's what I want.
That's what I want. That's my main value.
It's freedom.
But what I'm trying to get to is when I get to 40, 50, I hope that I can go off the grid.
Oh yeah,
that's the main plan.
Yeah.
Just to get off the grid, just to disappear. If I've settled down with kids, move somewhere, fuck off.
Yeah,
where like some people may know you, but it's like it's a small town where people don't really.
That's always been my goal. My goal has been like I don't know what age. I've never thought of it.
Bro, I started off in a village. I'll probably end up in a village.
I wasn't thinking that. My idea was essentially once I get to a certain age, I just travel for the rest of my life. Go everywhere. Because I like that idea of. I would love
to do that before I fully settle down, just for the fact that
I mean everywhere, like everywhere. Like I want to go to the fucking weirdest places in the earth. Like fucking like I want to go to corners that like haven't like just like few people have seen. But that's just like the weird type of brain I have. Whereas like I just want to like.
Well, you want to visit, you want to experience.
Yeah,
I have the same thing. I'm very curious as to like what the world looks like, and I feel like everything has value, and so. To be able to have the freedom, not just the freedom, but the money to be able to see all these places. Just like Jay says, it's the people in the rooms that you can go into that makes a difference.
Yeah.
And
it's not what you know, it's who you know.
But I definitely think once you get to a point, for example, like Drizzy fame, no matter where you go.
Oh yeah.
No matter where you go.
Unless you go to like a third world country.
But what I'm saying is you could always go off grid. As in like you build a fucking...
Yeah, you could build a tower in the
ranch.
fucking... you could go...
ranch is the go. Not, and when I say ranch, I don't mean like, fuck, I'm going to have sheep, goat, cows, fucking all that bullshit. No, I mean like just a ranch is in like in the middle of a fucking forest. Next to fuck some there is definitely agriculture, but I want to be like living that Joe Rogan life. I want to be self-sustainable. I want to be off grid. Like that's the main freedom I'm looking for. Because I think once you get to 50, 60, do you really care about like
it'll be interesting
continuing to make those accolades? Because I think
it depends when you hit your acclaim level. It depends when you get acclaimed. Because like if you get acclaimed at age 45, probably not.
Yeah, probably. I guess.
Like, you know, it depends when you when you get that fix and when you're tired of that fix. And when do you get tired of that fix?
But I don't think I'll ever get tired of the fix of acclaim. Just for the fact that like, but what I'm trying to say is being involved in that public eye and not being involved. That's the only difference I'm making. Because even when I'm on that ranch or wherever the fuck I am, I can just envision the ranch for some reason. I feel like I'll still be trying to do something.
I feel like...
For example, let's say if I stop making music, right? And that's why music seems like the most fucking like realistic things. It's like no matter where I am, I can do music.
Yeah.
But the other thing is like, for example, let's say I finished the music career and I'm just like, okay, I'm cool. This was amazing. I'm done with this. I've done enough for me to look back on and be proud of.
You've had your journey.
If I go away somewhere, I'll start practicing fucking painting now. Do you know what I'm saying?
You'd have to take up a bunch of stuff. You'd take up like just doing.
You would, but what I'm saying is you'd still probably make, once you've reached the level of acclaim, everything you do, you get paid for.
The only thing, the only thing, and I mean at that level, I don't think it would really matter too much. But at the same time,
what I'm saying is it's a
constant. The only thing that I would be intrigued by would be what, like for us in our case, is what even the world's going to look like in fucking 30 years.
Oh yeah, well that's also another reason I want to fuck off.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. I understand.
Because I feel like I'm an old soul, and I feel like I've always been like that in terms of.
Nah, bro, I'm just chipping myself up, and I'm living again. I'm going back to fucking 12 years old. And I'm starting again from fucking day one, and I'm just gonna be a vampire. I'm gonna be on Elon Musk's clone.
If they give me a chance to be a vampire, fuck it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Elon Musk's clone.
I'll suck some fucking blood out of bitches' necks.
I'm gonna join the vampire fucking cult. Yeah, like, have you seen those cults?
No, but funny that you actually brought this up. Guess what?
What?
On Sunday, when I went to my friend's birthday at the Rendezvous Hotel, I walk in.
Shout out to free plug to the Rendezvous.
Shout out you need a Rendezvous. Anyhow, I walk in and I look at these people and they're wearing tails. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, why are they wearing tails? And then the lady turns around and she has whiskers on. And then 2 minutes later, someone walks in a full furry costume.
This wasn't on Sunday, by the way.
This was on Sunday.
This happened on Saturday.
Sunday.
I was there.
Was Saturday.
Yeah. And there were also furries on Saturday. Remember? At the front.
Oh, that was Saturday. Oh, I'm confusing the days.
It wasn't the Rendezvous.
I was so drunk that whole week.
It wasn't the Rendezvous. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay. I was gonna say you saw furries 2 days in a row.
Mention that. How come we didn't even mention?
I don't know. I just didn't think of it. To be fair,
I didn't think it wasn't
on my list of things to think
Damn,
about.
bro.
But yeah, no.
Oh, okay, so now I got confused. Okay, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna say. You saw these 2 nights in a row. That's fucking. That'd be mental.
The first time we saw him by accident. The second time I went to the convention.
Perth has been taken over.
Speaking of things, look, like
it wasn't the Rendezvous Hotel as well. So fuck you.
Like I said, I'm weird enough myself. I do strange things. I do things that are out there that definitely people want to do. For example, this fucking podcast is one of those things. But wearing tails, look, even cosplaying. Like,
in my opinion,
cosplaying in anime and stuff, I even find that more normal than motherfuckers thinking that they're animals.
Look, each to one's own. Whatever you want to find.
Yeah, do you? But I'm gonna find you strange.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I'm gonna find it hard to be friends with you. Like, you know, like
why do you want to be an animal?
Like, in my opinion, those type of people just have like a big identity issue.
Do you
like,
reckon? Okay,
it's like,
okay.
it's
Let's go. Let's dig into this, right? Do you think? Do you think it's just the identity issue, or do you think it's a fetish? Do you think it isn't, like, definitely probably is an identity issue, just like most people have identity issues in general and do other things to cover that. But I'm saying, do you think for some of them it's not an identity issue and they just do it out of a fetish?
I think personally there's a mixture of the both, because I think for some people I don't even think it's possibly a fetish. For certain dudes, I think it would be a case of
that I look like a dog.
Predatorial instinct, where a lot of people are thinking, well, the people that do this are probably weak-minded, and it's probably an easy person that I can influence and an easy person I can control.
So do you reckon that guy goes as a weasel when he goes to the convention?
Yep, I think, dude, they're like, and like that, and unfortunately, there's dudes out there that are like really, really low-minded, where they will do anything
just get some pussy
for that attention, because they don't get it anywhere else, and they see that and they think, fuck, well.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've done some crazy shit for pussy.
Are you dressed up like a furry?
But no, I'm never dressed up like an animal.
What would you dress up as a furry to get like Emily Ratajkowski? Like, and how long would you stay in that furry costume?
A week.
Would you go to like 3 festivals in a row?
If I know Emily Ratajkowski is back with me, coming back with me every time.
Would you? I'm trying to make this sound like at least like understandable. I'm not going to say Emily Ratajkowski because that's too easy.
Yeah, because that's just like, that gives me like a pass. It's like you're saying, would you go to a festival naked for 3 days?
Would you go? Yes. Would you go to, say you got VIP tickets to the backroom stage of Drake show, and Emily Ratajkowski's going to be there, but you have to go just as a furry.
I have to go meet Drake and her,
and you have to play up to the whole thing that you're into it.
But like, what's the outcome? Like, I just get the backstage.
Whatever you make out of it.
No. But all I get is the backstage thing.
Yeah, so you're meeting them.
I can get that backstage shit.
No, but you get to meet them.
And so everyone else does when they go backstage.
I'll say spend like
a day with them.
Not a day, but like the after concert, like until like say concert ends at 10, you go until like 2 a.m.
Who else is there? Can I be alone with them?
Like the people like that they're chilling with that night.
Yeah.
You're part of the crew.
There's no other like fans or
anything? No, you're the only fan. You're the only fan, and you're
fans.
But you are a furry, and you got dressed as a furry.
That's hard because I would want both of them to have some sort of respect for me.
Yeah, I know.
So.
But do you think
you think I could pull it off and get respect from them even though I'm a furry?
I don't know, honestly.
Fuck. I don't think I could.
Honestly, I think I'd struggle.
I don't think I could do it.
Because I
think it's just people that I respect too much.
Their first question is going to be like, yo man, what's going on?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Oh, I just
really love
I've got a convention tomorrow.
Got this convention. At the rendezvous.
It wasn't the rendezvous.
Oh, that's right. That was the other time.
It's whatever hotel that Joe was at.
Fucking.
It was some.
That's probably why he got the hotel. It was probably a discounted night because
some
it was
tree.
Fucking.
But like, so do you reckon you wouldn't? You don't think you would?
No, just for the fact that I'd want them to respect me.
Yeah, fair enough.
But if I was assured respect.
Yeah.
Or not even respect, because I don't need their respect. I just don't need them to look at me weirdly. If I could go in there and they wouldn't take the furry thing weirdly.
But like, I mean, they naturally are going to take it pretty weirdly.
No shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't think I would. I don't think I'd be able to. I don't think that. But that'd be hilarious though. Drake's
that would be
like,
fucking. If I walked in, Drake's just like. What?
But like, to be fair, like at the same time though, surely that conversation ends in like 5 minutes. And then you can start talking.
Yeah, but what you think bro? You could walk in, right, as a furry, right? You could walk in, and let's say you're not wearing the full costume, you're just wearing a tail and you got little whiskers, right? And even if you're a hot chick, right? Yeah. And it's not Halloween, you're just a furry, Okay,
Well, if it's a hot chick,
I
then,
accept it on Halloween. Do whatever you want on Halloween.
If it's a hot chick, then
no, but
say it's say it's the day before Halloween.
That's not the point I'm trying to make.
You're trying out your costume.
I'm just saying that even if it was a hot chick and we started talking, and in the first 5 minutes, the conversation about her being a furry ended, you think the whole time while we're talking about other shit, it wouldn't be in the back of my head thinking, why is she still wearing the tail? I get it. Like, you've explained to me now that you like this. Why are you still wearing it? Why are you closing it off? You think I'll hang out with hot chicks for a reason? Idiot. But yeah, no, definitely I don't, like, you wouldn't.
I know, I wouldn't do it. I'm with you.
Anyhow, I think...
there's a lot of people that would.
I think, yes, they would.
Yeah.
But I think I have too much pride.
Yeah, you just want to meet, because like, imagine then like meeting him afterwards and be like, oh, you're that furry dude. You're not forever.
You're that furry dude forever.
Yeah, you're forever that furry dude. Like you make a hit single, and then
that furry dude.
And then like I don't know.
Yo, backstage in Perth, met that furry dude.
No, but like,
you know, I put up them threes. That's how curry
like,
do.
Someone's talking to Drake about like linking up with you, and he's like, I don't know, man. Like, guy rocked up to my fucking one of the shows once with it.
I don't know if they allow wolves backstage anymore.
It wasn't a wolf, man. It was a rainbow fucking dinosaur.
Raincorn.
I
think I'm gonna end it at that. I think we should end it at this. I think we're going to into depth about furries. I think we're gonna have a whole furry community hating us before.
Who cares? We got views.
We'll fight you.
We'll start a fairy.
Fight yous.
Like, okay, no, I reckon like. Surely, like we should do that as like a fucking thing, like episode.
Furry fighters.
No. If we hit like, I reckon hit 5. If we hit like 1 million subs, say it now. We will go to a furry
and fight him.
We'll go to a furry costume.
Oh, just dressed.
That's furries. We'll record it.
We promise that.
At 1 million.
We promise that.
We will do that. That would be fucking hilarious. That would be fucking.
We do promise that. We 100% promise that.
Oh, that would be
and
sick.
On that note, we're definitely calling this episode Furry Fighters.
We're out.
Thank you very much for listening. Sorry for the sickness. I'm also not sorry for the sickness. But yeah, we'll see you next week. And
peace out, nerds.
Peace.